Hi, I'm Gemma from Concrete Gems, and I am today sharing with you the Tunisian Purl Stitch. Now this is a really cool stitch that looks like knitting, but it's done with Tunisian crochet, which is a really cool technique which you may or may not have come across. If you haven't, I suggest you go and see my other video on Introduction to Tunisian Crochet, where I'll also show you how to do the Tunisian Simple Stitch, which is probably the easiest stitch. There's a plane going past, sorry, it's really loud. Otherwise, if you already know those stitches, go ahead and check out the Tunisian Purl Stitch. Okay, let's get started learning the Tunisian Purl Stitch. So I've done 10 chains on my hook, and I'm just going to do my setup row in exactly the same way as normal, using the back bumps of the chain, yarning over and pulling through one. Into the next back bump, yarn over, pull through one, and you will end up with 10 loops on your hook. If you started, did I say I started with a chain of 10? Yeah, I think I did. So with 10 chains you'll end up with 10 loops. Simples. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There we go. And your return pass, remember to do that first chain first, and then we yarn over, pull through 2, all the way back to the start. Right, so Tunisian Purl Stitch. So this is a bit different. Normally we're going in like this. This time we're going to bring the yarn down to the front, and then we're going to go through that front bar, vertical bar, with the yarn in front of our hook, okay, like that. And then we wrap our yarn around our hook, and I put my thumb on it there to hold it, which I think is quite important, which really helps hold it down, and then you pull through like that. So you want the yarn down the front before you enter into that vertical bar. Can you see? And then put my thumb on it, yarn over. So you can do it like this, if you just slide your hook underneath the yarn, and then you can get into the loop like that. And I find that a bit easier. It's a little bit quicker than pulling the yarn down the front yourself. You see what I'm doing? I hope you can see what I'm doing and follow along, because it's a bit tricky to explain. Yeah, I always put my thumb there when I'm doing that yarn over. So I think if you don't, it's a bit, you end up a bit, I mean it does work, but it's just easier. So that's my 9 loops on my hook, and then I need to go into the chain, and that's just like normal. You leave the yarn at the top and just go through those 2 loops at the end, yarn over and pull through, and then you do your chain before we do the return pass. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so I will show you that again. So I'm using my hook now to move the yarn down out the way before I go through that vertical bar, and then yarning over. Okay, just because that makes it a little bit easier to get in there. So you just need to make sure, however you want to do it, that your yarn is at the bottom before you put your hook through the vertical bar, and then do your yarn over. And you can see that it looks like a knit purl stitch already. Knitting purl stitch. That was a confusing sentence. So the last one, just leave the yarn at the top, go through those 2 end bars of the chain and pull up a loop. Chain 1, then pull through 2 all the way back. And that is your Tunisian Purl Stitch. And this one's quite good because it doesn't curl up. I'll do one more row and then I'll show you the bind off. Yeah, this one stays nice and flat. So if you combine this with the Tunisian knit stitch, then it would help to keep the fabric flat, I believe. Whee! So it's just a matter of keeping that working yarn at the bottom when you go through your stitches, and then wrapping it around afterwards, and that's what creates that classic loopy look of a pearl. Okay, so I'm just going to do a regular slip stitch bind off, inserting into that front loop, yarning over and pulling through both of the loops. So insert into the bar, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Just remember when you're doing Tunisian crochet to keep your work really quite loose, and that helps to stop it curling up into that last chain the same way. And there you have it. That is your Tunisian Purl Stitch. I think it's quite pretty, don't you?